You and I and every American citizen in this nation wakes up every morning wearing a chain that we were fitted with at birth, a chain that was forged long before we were born by the ineptitude of our great-grandfathers. The National Firearms Act is the unconstitutional predication of nearly every piece of gun control that you live under today. The gun control that infringes on your God-given inalienable right enshrined in our Constitution to defend your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. That right curtailed by the short-sighted lapse in fortitude to put liberty before control has led to deaths and imprisonment uncountable at the hands of government. Many of us, I have spent my entire sentient adult life working against this. Many more of my colleagues have worked harder and longer. Many, many more still have gone to their graves without seeing the mission of dismantling that completed. And I come to you this morning behind the veil of barely contained rage because we have people and entities within our own community, traitors, working to prevent that from happening. So today, I'm going to take a real quick break, hear a word from our sponsor, and then I'm going to bring this to you unabridged. Today's video is brought to you by the Modern Gun School. This is not the other place that you've heard online that is cool with taking your entire GI Bill and running with it. This is an accredited online university. Whether you just want to learn a few things or you want to break into a career in the firearms industry, check them out at Modern Gun School, and let's hop into the video. I have been asked to make this video today, and I tell you, it was a hard choice because in agreeing to do so, I have made certain assurances that particular details will not be made public at this time, and it really, really hurts me to do so because I want the next level of information, which is the names of the individuals that have perpetrated this crime against us. I can only tell you at this time that I've received a leak from the people on the ground, the team that is working to pass the Hearing Protection Act and the Short Act, that there is a company that is a purveyor of NFA items that is seeking to impede the progress of the Hearing Protection Act for monetary gain. They seek to make millions by the sustainment of the National Firearms Act. Their bottom line will be severely impacted, but not severely impacted as will be if they do not reverse course. I made sure that I included a sponsor on today's video to illustrate a point. There are anti-capitalist forces within our community and in our industry that believes that the people should not be able to live and work in the Second Amendment space. And in my opinion, those are members of the opposition that fuel those things. So this is not an anti-capitalist sentiment. I live and work here, and I think that it is exceptionally important that our industry is solvent and people are doing well and can do big things in our industry. I think that it is imperative that that is the case. In fact, I would say that my fate is directly tied to that of the Second Amendment movement, having taken a career, and there is no looking back at this point in time, folks, a career in the Second Amendment space. However, there is a line, a principled line that thou shalt not pass. I know that this may be shocking to some of you out there, but there are people that are in the gun industry specifically to make money, not because they're into firearms, not because they're into the Second Amendment, not because they believe in liberty, but solely for the purposes of making money. I had a meeting one time with a dude at the NRA annual meeting one time that said that he was in fear of his life because there were so many people carrying guns at that convention. These people absolutely do exist. Thankfully, they are a minority. And that particular individual is no longer around. He was made a pariah, thankfully. And the brand went on to do great things. And I would hope that this is the same situation that we are in now, where this is a couple individuals that are short-sighted and do not understand or do not believe. And if that is the case, then they must be excised from our community so that the brand can continue. In fact, this is not the first time that this has happened with this specific concept, the Hearing Protection Act. Do you remember last time the Hearing Protection Act was here? There was an entity that you all would recognize that had some rogue individuals within it that had consolidated enough power to pull levers at the particular right time to spend the momentum of that movement. And we all know what happened with the Hearing Protection Act last time around. Those individuals have since been booted. And it is my sincere hope that this is the same exact situation as before. However, if it is not, I promise you that we will burn this company to the ground around you. However, this time around, we have learned a thing or two about this game that you wish to engage in, and to continue to saddle your fellow Americans with the yoke of government, to continue to support this institution that infringes on the rights, the natural rights of your fellow citizens. Your fate is now tied to the success or failure of this movement. We had best see an about face. We had best see you correct the damage that you have done to the momentum of this movement. This is your only warning. Once this video publishes, I guarantee you that this device will absolutely melt. And the vast majority of those that will be calling it, emailing it, texting it, and whatever elsing it will be heavy hitters and movers and shakers at every level in our industry, from manufacturers to brokers to OEM to content creators to mass media, name it. And I will be compiling a list of people that need to know this information. The markup on those bills is next week. You best get to work.